And we're live, and this time with sound. All right, so welcome. This is your stock market update for January 17th, 2018. I just did one live, and here's what happened. I forgot to switch on the mic, so nobody heard anything. So let's do this again. Let's take a look at what happened in the markets today. The Dow jumps again. So is there anything that can stop the stock market from going up right now? It doesn't seem this way. So let's see what moved the markets today and what the markets did today. So we're going to switch over to the charts. There we go. All right, fantastic. So here we see the E-mini S&P, and this morning we opened slightly negative, and then we were diddling around for most of the day, as you can see. And yes, diddling around is a technical term for what the markets did today. Pretty much just chopping around a whole bunch of nothing, but then suddenly right here where you see the big spike at 230, the E-mini S&P or the S&P rallied almost 1%, exactly 0.8% in 20 minutes. So what happened? Why did the markets rally here like crazy? Well, news broke that the US is considering lifting tariffs on China to help make a deal, and traders seem to like it. However, a few minutes later, CNBC reported that a Treasury spokesperson said that there were no tariff recommendations made, and therefore the markets pulled back, as you can see here. It's but still finished the day positive. So as you can see, the S&P up almost 20 points, 0.76%. The Dow Jones here up 163 points, almost 0.7%. And the Nasdaq here up 50 points, 0.75%. So as you can see, very similar in all three markets here at the same time. So in other news, what else happened today? Well, we had more earnings reports. So we had Morgan Stanley reporting, and Morgan Stanley actually didn't report any good earnings and therefore got hammered. Let's take a look at the stock here and see what Morgan Stanley did. Let's go back to daily charts. MS Morgan Stanley. So they are actually down 4.41%. There's a daily chart. So today they got hammered down 4.4%. Talking about getting hammered and being down, today Netflix reported earnings, and a few days ago, as you know, Netflix was everybody's darling because they announced that they will raise subscription price, and everybody said, woohoo, this is awesome. But today they reported earnings and they were not good. So let's take a look at Netflix here real quick. NFLX. So overall today it first looked good, but then after the bell, as you can see, they're down almost 4% right now. Earlier, they have been down a little bit more than 4%. So we will see what happens tomorrow when the markets open. If everybody says, not a big deal, Netflix will be just fine because they're everybody's darling, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the markets overall. Let's see where we stand since the beginning of the year, and also where do we stand overall, right, over the past few months. Let's go back to the charts here. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones, and the Dow Jones, after getting hammered in October, November, and especially during the Christmas week here, nicely recovering here. All three indicators are showing us that we are in a bullish market. I believe it's one of the best starts in the year in, I don't know, 20, 30 years. The S&P, very similar, also bouncing back, but still well below the highs that we made earlier in September last year at almost 2,950. Right now trading above the key level of 2,600. Looking at the Nasdaq here, also the Nasdaq nicely recovering. Let's take a look at crude oil. What happened to crude oil? So today, crude oil, let's see, what did they do? Today they snapped a winning streak. Today crude oil was slightly down, but as you can see, still at $52 per barrel. So same here as the overall markets. Crude oil also slid down in October, November, and December, and is now nicely bouncing up again. All right, so that's the summary for today, January 17th. What else is in the news? Well, we still have the government shutdown. The markets right now seem to be unimpressed by the government shutdown because, as you can see, they're still rallying. What can we expect for tomorrow? Nothing big. I mean, tomorrow we have last trading day of the week. Tomorrow is Friday. So we'll see. I will be back with you on Sunday because I like to do these market updates Sunday through Thursday. So on Sunday, we'll look back of what happened this week and then also what to expect next week. we'll look at some key stocks and at the market conditions overall. Hope you're enjoying it, and I'll see you on Sunday.